Hi guys, it's Shemi. So today's Friday, so we have another fun tutorial. So today I thought that we would make beautiful painted paper, but painted with watercolor. I've been playing with my watercolors a lot, so you guys will see a lot more tutorials with them. And I was inspired because I saw these beautiful painted book page papers or pages on Pinterest, and I thought they're so pretty. So there wasn't a tutorial, so I just kind of went with my own feelings, my intuition. So what you're going to need is just some watercolors. I got this set from Michael's, and I'm just spraying it down with my water. It's really cheap, and I think I used a 40% off coupon, so it was like $2.50. And then here I just have a piece of paper towel, and I just have a whole bunch of different brushes. So you know, just a ton of different ones. So like a flat brush, I have a round brush, and then I have a really fine brush too. Okay, and those are mostly the ones that I'm going to use, but raid your stash of brushes and grab them there. So what you're going to do first is you are going to trim down your paper, and this paper would be really beautiful just as painted paper. So if you're doing a canvas and you want to do like a bird, how pretty would this be with the patterns that we're going to make on those, you know, or just as a little border that you can make, and just for mixed media. Even the background of a card, that would be really pretty with, and it's very interesting and fun, and you just kind of come up with your own patterns. I'll show you the technique, and I hope you guys give it a try. Okay? And I do have a glass of water here too. It looks a little bad. Okay, all right, so what you'll do first is you're just going to make lines of color, okay, or strips of color, whatever you want to call it. So for me, I use both the round and my flat brush, and then I kind of stick with a color scheme that I want. This is just book page paper that I got from a book that I altered. I think it was Reader's Digest, and I got that from the thrift store. So just kind of pick the colors that you want. I think I want to do purple. I don't have very many pages that have purples in them. And it's just basically your choice of how you want to put down the color. So for me, I'm going to stick with blues and purples for this one. And maybe I'll add in some yellow. So that's kind of what I do, is I kind of, so if I was doing red, I would do red, orange, and yellow. And if I was doing green, I do green, blue, and maybe a little bit of orange just to, or red, just to kind of balance it out a little bit. So, and I'm going to make my strips or my lines of color just a whole bunch of different sizes. Okay. And we're going to repeat some of these colors because this is definitely not a huge set. So, and you can even mix like purple and blue together and get another shade. So let's go down here and see, that's another shade of blue. You kind of just know what colors you can mix together, and you can do that and add a little bit of variety, okay, or variation in your color. So I just have my paper towel here. That's what I do, is I just kind of wipe it up. And let's switch to a smaller brush. Okay, we're going to go here. And I'm just going to make a smaller line. And don't worry about like having the colors touch or anything like that. So I'm going to make a different shade. And we'll put that here. And I'm going to go ahead and make that a long one, because I really like that color. Okay. Let's see. And let's do a thin one, back one. Just like that. And you're just going to keep going. So you just keep adding color. So add this blue. And it gives me a totally different color. So you'll do that to as many pages as you want. And then you can add a little bit of white too. I have a white pot here, oops, which I should not have mixed that up. And I can add some of that too. I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out, because I need the white. Okay, so once you're done, you'll just keep going until you have something that looks like this, okay? So these are two that I did before for us to work on together, okay? So now what we're gonna do is, let's work with this one, because this one I added white in, and I'm gonna show you how I did that. So you'll just kind of get your, we're gonna add some white, okay? So I'm gonna go here and just add a little bit of white. And it just lightens it up a little bit, that line. And let's do one for this purple and the blue. Okay, I'm gonna show you how it looks. Okay, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna get out our fine brush, and I'm gonna give these another spray, and we're gonna start adding some decoration or little kind of doodles, whatever you want to call them. Okay, so let's start out with, let's do some orange. Okay, and we're going to do some circles on this one, on this pink one. So let's do it. And you know, this is not something that you have to worry about being perfect about. Just kind of have a good time, and you know, you can do this while you're sitting in front of the TV. It's very addicting. I had a really enjoyable time doing this. It was great. You just want to use a fine brush. So really, if you just had one brush and a fine brush, you'd be fine. And I am definitely going to use these in future projects. And this is a really simple tutorial, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm just going to grab this and wipe off my color with a fine brush there. Okay, and let's do some dots. Let's do some dots in red. This deep, rich red. Okay, so let's go up here to this blue. Just a little bit more water, but not too much. And it's great because you get to kind of explore how watercolors work, which is great. It's always a great thing. I think they're like underutilized in mixed media, you know? But they're so fun to use, and there's so many things that you can do with them. And I will link a video that I did a long time ago where I show you how I make this art paper that I love. Okay, and then in some of these, so like with this green strip here, we're just going to add some lines, okay? So let's just kind of add a few little lines of color. And then I'm going to go right in and add another one, like almost right on top. And I'm just kind of flicking my brush a little bit. That's it. So you can do that with them also. And then I can go in with my fingers and kind of blend it out if I want. But I'll link that one. And it uses watercolor and crayons. It's one of my first videos, so I don't know how well it was shot, but I had a great time making it. So, but it was fun, and it's such beautiful paper. I like to make these really cute little journals with it, or albums. They're called squash books. I don't know if you guys made those, but I used to love making those. So I'm just going to kind of throw a little bit. Let's add a lighter color too, just to break it up a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Alright. And let's add just a few more dots. Let's add some purple dots down here. And you can do them as fine or as thick as you want. I am purposely trying to do these as fine, so I'm trying not to use that much water. Just like that. Just kind of touch. That. And we can even do some more circles. So maybe let's try Circle would look good. Maybe let's do some yellow. I don't know how well it's show up, but we'll add a little bit of yellow here. Actually, and you just want it, like, just be thinking about, like, the position of the paper, kind of, and, like, if you were to cut it, what part you'd like to use, so we can make some, like a little banner style, too. Okay, like that. Okay, and I'm going to go up here and add some more yellow. Just going to fill in the spots that I think need to be filled in. And let's add some green to the purple, or this pretty turquoise color. And how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to kind of do strips like that. So you can go crazy on these. You can add as much or as little color as you want. We can even do some splatters. Let's do that. So I'm just getting it really, really runny, and I'm going to do them right up here. And we're going to kind of blot that one out. That one wasn't quite dry. Just like that. So we can add splatters. And then I like to add some black, because I think black and white just help bring things together. So, well, that's just kind of me, but you don't have to do that. We can make this a little fun and do like a swirlies. And you guys are much better doodlers than me, I'm sure. So imagine yours would look a lot better than mine. But I just really love this technique, and it's really relaxing. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And no worries, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just supposed to be fun. Okay, and you can just keep going and going and going. We can add some white circles. Let me wipe that on first. And I'm using a lot of white. It takes a lot kind of to show up, but it's really fun to use. Okay, so we can go here. And imagine you could make little flowers out of these, which would be great. You can make hearts and add them to a canvas. And mostly we're going to use the paper cut up, so it won't be too busy if you cut it up. So just whatever your heart's content, whatever shapes you like, definitely use them for this project. And I really like working with the white, because if I don't like it, which I don't like that circle there, you can just wipe it right off. Alright. Yeah, so that's good. And then you're just going to let it dry. And I like to go in with a little bit of white and just kind of fill it out a little bit. And if we want, we could add darker color to our circles there. To some of them, we could even color them in like that, just to some of them, and then add some yellow. And for my watercolors, I just add color on top of color. Like, I don't really let them dry. But that's just me, and I'm not sure if that's the correct way that you do it, but, well, that's the way I do it. So, some white, because I just want to blend those out a little bit. So, yeah, it's cool. So I am going to cut up one of these for you. So let's cut this one. But I just want to kind of show you. And this would even make really cool washi tape, wouldn't it? Like paper tape. So like that, and you could use that just as a boulder. So if we wanted to, we could just cut it. Like that, and add it to an art journal page. Wouldn't that be cool? Or make a little bird and add it, you know, on the bottom of the page, or a flower would be really pretty with this. So just kind of use your imagination. This is definitely paper that you can use for all sorts of things. So isn't that cool? Perfect. And then you just cut it off and make a whole stack of them like I did, and it's fun. And then these I just did like, so they're more geometric, so you get to really see the pattern really well. Yeah, but these are a little different. Yes. So it's just up to you. Just kind of play around with it and see, come up with fun designs. And I would love it if you shared with me what kind of projects you're going to use this for, and what kind of beautiful pages you came up for. It's really great because you can use like deco page glue or DIY Mod Podge with this, and the color doesn't move. It really doesn't. You might have a little bit of transfer, but not very much. You could write on top of it. You can do so much with it. So I really hope that you guys give it a shot. And I will see you on Sunday for the Plan With Me mixed media style. And I hope you guys have a great day. And we're going to use this baby for another project too. It's so pretty with all this color. Plus, the bonus is you get beautiful paper towels with tons of color to use in your art. So that's pretty awesome. Okay guys, so I'll see you later. Have a great weekend, and thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and please like and share this video. If you pin it on your Pinterest board, or you just share it with a friend that you think would like it, that helps me out so much, and it would be much appreciated. And another cool thing would be to use like those pearl lessons or the watercolors that have the shimmer. Wouldn't that be awesome? You could even use water crowns with this, or gelatos. I didn't think about that. Just, yeah, run them down, and then, yeah, so whatever you have, but you could even use Crayolas with them, because I think Crayola makes a really good product with watercolor. So you could even use their watercolor paints. These are super cheap. You can get them at Michael's for a little bit of money. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. I'll see you guys next time. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.